Do you or someone that you know have any pain in your body that you just can't seem to get rid of? Well, my friends, I have two words for you: holding patterns. In this video, we're going to be going over the top 4 things that you need to know about holding patterns and what you can do about them, what they are, how you got them, why they're causing you pain, and what you can do about it. So if you're ready to kiss that pain goodbye, grab a pen and paper and let's get to it. And P.S. at the end of this video, we're going to be going through an exercise together called a self-awareness technique to get you deeper into your communication with your body. You don't want to miss this. All right, guys, so everyone has holding patterns in their body. Everyone. And they're all going to look different for each individual person because each individual trauma response is going to look differently. So what are holding patterns? Holding patterns are subconscious and habitual trauma responses that we have held in our bodies for an extended period of time, so long that they have become our natural way of being. These trauma responses in our body affect the way that we show up in the world. They affect us mentally and physically. Mentally, starting with the way that we process our emotions or that we show our emotions through our physical expression. Our emotions are the way that our physical bodies express what's happening on the inside. For an example, rounded shoulders. A trauma response could be when you were younger, your parents or whoever your authoritative figure was maybe yelled at you for extended periods of time. And over and over and over again, you just learned that if I am quiet, I am small, I am not seen, that I'm safe. And so over an extended period of time, that trauma response is held into your body. So as you become an adult, you continue to carry yourself in a more forward, rounded, protective way of being. Now, this can also represent holding patterns in the way that you brush your teeth. It can show up in the way that you cross your legs or your ankles. It can show up in the way that you get up and get down from a chair. Now, why do these end up causing you pain? Because over an extended period of time, these patterns, these habitual and subconscious patterns are ingrained into our bodies. They're ingrained into the tightness of our muscles. They're ingrained into our posture. Rounded shoulders. They're ingrained into the way that we speak. They affect our energy flow. If my shoulders are rounded forward, if I'm brushing my teeth in a way that is not conducive to the way that my arm is meant to move, then that is restricting energy. That is restricting blood flow, oxygen for our body from moving naturally through our body in the way that it is meant to move. So our bodies respond to stress, and they respond to stress in certain muscle groups. A lot of times this shows up in people that in my clients through the neck area, the shoulders, and through the jaw. Believe it or not, clenching the jaw, even on a subconscious level, can impact the muscles in the neck, the muscles in the shoulder, the muscles in the chest and the upper back that can refer down to the low back. So a lot of our pain, again, 80% of our misalignment comes from emotional holding patterns within the body. Now guys, these aren't something that are gonna change overnight. Maybe you were one of the lucky ones where it does change overnight, and that is super freaking cool for you. For the rest of us, it's going to take some time. Think about it. You have spent 20 plus years building up these habitual holding patterns. So it's gonna take a little bit of time. It's gonna take patience to undo that, to heal that way of being, and to show up in a new, authentic way of being. Open, broad shoulders. I love this example. You guys know that I geek out over fascial tissue. That fascial tissue that gets wound up in our chest, for example, can refer pain from pulling on all the areas in our back, can pull from the rest of our pectoral muscles, from our lats, can pull from all these surrounding areas. So if we can release the holding pattern, the rounded shoulders that is causing the crunchy muscles in the front of our body, if we can learn to heal that way of being and represent in a new, broader, open way of being, a lot of that pain in our shoulders and our neck is going to heal itself naturally. So how did you get these to begin with? If you haven't realized by now in this video, it's because you are doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again on a subconscious and habitual level. So think about it. If you're doing something over and over and over and over again, it becomes your natural way of being. I'm going to give you a personal example of mine. I'm going to get super vulnerable with you all. This past week, I had It's been about 6 years. I had my first spout of vertigo. And vertigo, if you're not familiar, it's usually has to do with the fluid in the ears, and it can cause an imbalance in the way that you perceive the world. So to me, I could be sitting upright talking to you and the entire world is spinning around. So what happens if you go on a roller coaster over and over and over again? Or what happens when you go on, at the fair, when you're spinning around over and over and over again? Or if you see a kid who's like spinning around in a circle, what tends to happen? Number one, you're gonna fall over. Number two, you're probably gonna get nauseous. So I was experiencing continual nausea. I was experiencing continual dizziness, not being able to catch myself. And this is because I was ignoring the signs my body was giving me. I was ignoring the signs from repeated overuse of my physical vessel, not eating, not sleeping enough, not exercising enough, not doing these things that I know that keep me on the right track. I was ignoring the signs of being fatigued and tired throughout the day. I was ignoring the signs of being very thirsty. I was ignoring the signs that my body was giving me that was calling for rest, until my body got to a point where it literally shut me down for 4 days. So I didn't have any other choice but to take that time and rest. And so it is my hope and my desire that by sharing this information with you, that you're going to start to recognize, be more self-aware within yourself, and pick up on your body's communication to you directly. When that's your best friend, that's your buddy. Your body is your homie, your ride or die. Literally is the thing, the person, the being that knows you more than anybody else. So when we can start to strengthen that communication bond, which is the purpose of this video, to get you more in tune with your body and that communication system before you reach that burnout, before you reach that time where the body shuts you down, so that you are more aware of what these patterns are that you are continuously known for. For me, it's overworking and thinking I can do way more than my body can do a lot of times. I want to help you get to the point where you can start to be self-aware, to where you don't have to worry about that happening to you. And let's say that you are one of the ones like me who are aware that you do have holding patterns in your body. Now, step number 4, what can you do about them? Change your subconscious and habitual patterns. And the ways that you can do this are through yoga, through stretching, through exercising, through getting a coach and identifying your mindset that's keeping you stuck in those same stress and trauma responses. This can look like going to the gym, exercising, meditating. If you do decide to meditate or sit quietly, just sit quietly, I invite you to adopt this mantra that has really been benefiting me lately. I release what is not mine. I release what is not mine. And if you want to make it body specific, you can say something like, my body releases what does not belong to it. My body releases what does not belong to it. Exercises like this will absolutely help to change and reprogram your subconscious mind, will reprogram your habitual patterns, because you will now become way more self-aware. Now, as promised, I did promise you all a bonus self-awareness technique that has just literally been blowing my mind lately. So I started to read this book by, I will link the book somewhere. It's called The Emotion Code, and it's literally explaining the science behind how emotions are stored in the body. And one of the exercises that's given in this book is what I dubbed the this way. So we're actually going to practice together this way, which is going to help to increase your communication with your body. It's going to help your intuition grow even more, so that you can ask your body simple yes or no questions and begin to let your body help lead the way. Okay, so if you're ready, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and stand up. So we're gonna stand up together. Now that you are standing, and what this is gonna do, this is going to allow you to check in with your body, to let your body speak to you through movement. Okay, I'm totally geeked right now. Are you guys ready? All right, so we're gonna come to a nice gentle Tadasana. You're going to let your eyes close. Relax your belly and soften your shoulders. Take a deep breath and a deep breath out. Keeping the jaw relaxed. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Take a few more deep breaths. In and out. Relax your fingers. Relax your toes. Keep the belly soft. Keep the jaw soft. Keep the forehead relaxed. And feel yourself on the earth, on the ground. Bring your left hand to your belly and bring your right hand on top of your left. Breathe into your hands and breathe out through your mouth. Good. This exercise is going to allow you to ask your body a series of yes or no questions. You will notice that your body will sway one direction when you ask it a yes question. For example, my name is Laryssa. My body is going to sway typically forward for a yes. And if I were to say my name is Bob, that is a no question, and my body will naturally begin to sway back. If it is a neutral answer, if you are trying to trick your body with a question, you will stay towards the middle. Now the key here is to not ignore the body. It's to allow the body to be in control. It's to allow your mind to rest as you breathe in and out, and let your body lead the way. Allow your mind to become a clear blank slate. And of course, there are going to be thoughts that are going to want to creep in. Just take those thoughts and boop, send them away for later. Come back to this moment. Come back to your feet on the earth, your hands on your belly, your soft jaw. And if nothing happens, that's totally normal. Totally normal. You're getting used to exercising these new communication skills. All good. Take a deep breath and a deep breath out. And again, if nothing happens, that's completely normal. This is an exercise that's going to help you to increase your communication skills with your body. It's not going to happen overnight. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Blink open your eyes and rejoin me in this space. Thank you so much for playing along and doing this sway with me. At this point, guys, this is the information I had to share with you. Through my vertigo experience, I knew that I needed to share something with you so that you all can get deeper into your body and out of your mind and pay close attention to the signals that your body is giving to you, unlike your girl was doing. So again, in this video, we uncovered what holding patterns are, why they're causing you pain, how you get them, and what you can do about them. I invite you to rewatch, especially the end of this video, so that you can get to know your body through this body self-awareness technique of just checking in, doing the sway with your body, letting it play with you. Release expectation and let yourself have some fun with it. Now guys, thank you again for joining in today. As we always say, it's just bye for now. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. When you do hit that subscribe button, be sure to hit that notification bell so that you can be kept in the loop of many different videos I have in the works for you. Different ways of how you can get out of your mind and deeper into your body. Share this video with a friend who does have chronic pain, who is going through something that maybe just needs to be made aware that this is probably because of a holding pattern that they've been doing to themselves unconsciously and habitually for however long they've been doing it. Guys, until we meet again, it is a pleasure to share this information with you. I love you so much, and I'll see you again on the next one. Bye for now.